wired. Okay. I always get to hear myself. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Just get on here. Okay. Everything's looking good, I think. Hey, Michelle. Oh, look, it comes up. You're a top fan. Hi, Preston. Are you coming to Grandma's in 2 weeks? Trying to plan some fun things, what we can do. Where's Travis? Travis isn't there? Why does it always make my paper look like it's crooked? Paper's not crooked on my phone. Hi, Mary. Welcome. I'm going to leave it like that. I put a little piece of sticky underneath it. So, yeah. So tell the boys if they could think of some fun things they want to do when they come to Grandma's in 2 weeks. I'm going to be here for, what, almost like a whole week. He's all excited now. He's in the living room on his iPad. Oh, Travis is on his iPad? Or Preston is? I'm hoping that we have good weather. Not like this. I'm waiting for tomorrow so I can go out of the house and do some yard work. Maybe I can show Travis how to cut the grass. Hopefully not run over the extension cord. But anyhow. All right. Well, let's hope we get a couple more people in here. So how is everyone doing? Are you a heat person? You're enjoying this weather? Preston's in the kitchen with me. I'm painting. Oh, Travis is on. Oh, okay. What are you painting? I am not a heat person. I am not enjoying this heat. But I am looking forward to tonight, supposedly. It's supposed to go down in the 50s. And tomorrow it's going to be beautiful. So I need to get out and get some yard work done. And the weeds tend to like, oh, a ceramic alligator. Oh, that's fun. The weeds like this kind of weather. My weeds are growing terrific. So anyhow, I want to welcome you all. Thanks for popping in tonight. If you have to leave, I truly understand that. You can come back and watch the replay. I will also be posting this on my YouTube channel at Stampin' to Create, so you'll be able to watch it there too. And feel free to share and sprinkle so that we can get more people involved. So today is what? The 10th. Like I haven't really been typing it all day, but it is the 10th. So the 10th means it is the final day to sign up for this month's card swap. Mary's in here. She is our swap coordinator. So if you're not familiar with that, we do a monthly card swap. You only are required to make one card. You sign up for that month. There's a theme each month. Hi, Betty. And all you have to do is make one card and sign up. Send it to the person that's listed down below you in the comments. We have a private Facebook group for that. So if you are new here or you don't know about it, or maybe you've been on the fence about wanting to come and join us, today's the last day to sign up, but you can always sign up and then hit for next month. So also today is the last day for the Paper Pumpkin subscription for June. And the June Paper Pumpkin subscription, which is a monthly subscription. I know a lot of you are familiar with subscription boxes. Stampin' Up! Has one, and it's called Paper Pumpkin. It's kind of like a kit in a box. Everything's included except paper snips, which are little scissors. And if you like to use a special type of glue, they do provide glue dots and dimensionals to help you glue things. But this month is really special because you are getting 2 ink pads in there. 2. So today's the last day. go on over to my online store and sign up before midnight tonight at stampinsucreates.stampinup.net. I got to sign up for PP this month. It looks exciting. Well, you don't have much time, Mary. Get yourself in there and get on the horn and order it. Now, if you want to save yourself some money, you can do a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription where you pay up front and then you automatically get it every month. You won't have to worry about it. However, if you can't afford, now if you go and do 12-month subscription, I believe you qualify for host benefits too. So that's another thing to keep in mind. If that's not working for you, you can do a month-by-month subscription where you enroll and you pay every month. It's only $22. $22, that's it, a month. It comes right to your door. So anyhow, and I have my host code posted here on the Facebook page. There is a host customized link that you can just click on. And by using that link, if your order is $35 or more, you will get a free PDF tutorial of 15 fun step-by-step projects with pictures, dimensions, and some fun ideas for you. It changes every month, so feel free to collect them every single month. If you've missed out on any of the months and you would like to get any of the back months, all you have to do is pay $15 for each month and I can send that right to you. Also, because this month is my Stampiversary month, the end of this month I will be a demonstrator for 21 years. Like, who knew, right? So with a $50 order, before shipping and tax, you will receive an embellishment. And I'm not saying what it is because I don't want to make a promise and then it's sold out. But it's going to be something really nice. You're going to enjoy it and it's going to help with your stamping, help embellish what you already have created. So with 35, you get the PDF. With 50, you'll get the free embellishment and the PDF tutorial. Now, if you go to $150, don't use any of the codes because $150, you end up having host benefits. So you can use those host benefits for yourself. So keep that in mind. Oh, thanks so much. Let me see. Did I forget anything? So I did announce the beginning of this month that which I guess was just last week. My gosh, I feel like I've been in June now for like weeks. My Facebook page has gotten a facelift. So the first Thursday of the month is a coffee and a card, which is me creating a card from you from scratch, kind of, to finish. The second Thursday, which is today, is #SimpleStampin'. So what we are going to be focusing on today is using stamps, ink, paper, and a punch. That's it. So I want to show you that if you don't have a whole lot of supplies, you can create really nice cards just with that. And I'm only using 2 ink pads for each one. The one I'm kind of doing a little extra just because I want to show you something. So, and I have some samples to share at the end, some extra little things I was creating. Now, next Thursday is Technique Thursday. And I'm really excited about that because I have an upcoming class on next Friday on the 18th at my home. And it's all about pastels. So we have new, they're not chalks, they're called soft pastels that came out this year. And they're only like $9. So the class is going to be about pastels. So we're going to be doing some extra fun things with it. But being it's Technique Thursday, I'm going to be showcasing pastels here online, absolutely free. So these workshops online are free. And there goes my Stampin' scrub. Let me grab that before it goes. Oh, one more thing. This mini catalog is going to be done with the end of this month. So check my online store. There are huge bargains to be had. A lot of the items are not going to be carried over. Hi, Kathy. So you can check online to see what items some are up to 50% off. 50% off. Can you believe it? So when this catalog is done and the items that aren't carried over into the annual catalog, you will not be able to get them except on the black market and pay 10 times more than they cost. So don't forget to check that out as well. So let's take a peek. We are going to be using this bundle of products because I thought, you know, what better than to use a stamp set with a punch that coordinates. And I don't know about you, but I love flowers. I'm not so good taking care of houseplants, but flowers I do like. So these flowers are paper flowers and they never die. So I love that. So this is in the annual catalog. So let me just open it up. It's on page 78. And when you purchase the two items together, you save 10% because you're purchasing them in a bundle. And I'm telling you, the whole bundle is only $35, where it normally would be like $39. So it is the Flowers of Friendship stamp set, and then the punch is called Flowers and Leaves. Okay, but if you just go page 78, you put one item number in, 1555.90, and you will get the stamp set and the punch. And also that's $35, so you'll also get from me an email with the PDF tutorial. But if you want to step it up, you know, add some cardstock, some inks, you know, some embellishments, some extra things that you want to add. So here it showcases some really fun ideas. And in the back here, I'm not sure if you know about this, but if you go toward the back, we have the punches and punch bundles. So this will show you the stamp sets and the punches that go with it. So here on page 148 is the Flowers of Friendship bundle right here. So there's extra samples back here. And then we also have, if you're into dies and die cutting, we also have bundles with the dies. They start on page 157. So people always forget to look back here because there's more samples back here, more ideas, more great items. If you find a sample in the catalog and you're wondering how did they do that? What colors were used? What did they actually use? I will be able to provide that for you, so you can just reach out to me and let me know. Now, I have some sharing to share with you too, and I'm going to point out this Perfect Plants and the Plentiful Plants bundle. Okay, keep that in mind because I have something fun to show you, and I'm very excited about that. So, and I think this may be an upcoming class because I love it so much, and someone enabled me, and yeah, I had to get it. So anyhow, so did almost forget to do the sharing. So I received in the mail, and I love getting happy mail. This came from Cecilia, and she joins us a lot on here. I just noted a bundle with the dies and an embossing folder. Wow, yeah. The suites will have 4 different items. If you look through the catalog and you see the different suites, they have 4 different items, and it's normally a stamp set, either a punch or a die, designer series paper, and then some sort of embellishment. So there's usually 4 items in the suites. The bundles are 2. So Cecilia sent this with her payment for the pastel class, and I like that she included this with her paper pumpkin. And this was the month before, a paper pumpkin. And I love the watermelon, and she kept it with nothing inside, so I can resend this. So Cecilia, thank you for your payment for class, along with sending me a card. Now remember the stamp set I just showed you, the one with the potted plants? I received this card in the mail. And let me make sure you get a good look at this. Let me fix my lighting even. So look at the detail on this card. So this was made by a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friend of mine. This one was made by Jason Laux, and I think that's how you say it. Jason, if you're here or you watch the replay, Laux. He has a Facebook page, and he does lives just like I do. And this was one of the cards that he did. And there's those potted plants. Oh my gosh, look at them. And he used the gilding on here, the gold gilds, I think that's what you call it. Look at that. And he embossed the little strips. So I watched him do this live, and then, like me, he gives cards away. So I was the lucky winner of this card, and I'm really thrilled. And he even did the inside. You were there, and I'm very grateful. So he just wrote, like, thanks for watching. Till next time, get creative. So that's his things, get creative. So here's his name back here. I told him I was going to throw a little plug in for him. So check him out. He does really great, I think Tuesdays, I think at 7 p.m. He's a little bit up north than I am. So I told him I was going to plug his card for him because I just loved it. And I'm going to hang it here on my wall because that's what I like to do. Now, last week, if you remember, I talked about we had a demonstrator meeting. The gilding does look great, does it? And Jason's a part of our monthly swap group. So, hey, you never notice. You'll never know. You might get swapped up with him. Is that a word? Not really. That didn't sound right. So anyhow, we had a demonstrator meeting on Sunday. And one of the fun things, of course, we like to do is stamp. So Kathy, who's in here, she was our creative host. So she was the one that provided us with stamp projects. So she did not only just do one stamp project for us, she provided two. And wait till you see these. I'm going to tell you, I probably was the most pain in the buttocks to her than anyone else. And shame on me because she's a part of my team. I was very thrilled with these. So here was the card. And you might think, oh, that's real pretty. Isn't that real pretty? Let me just fix it a little bit because I think it got zhushed in the travel. Isn't that pretty with the pansies? And look at those pansies. It does, whenever we have die cuts and things where you have to build them, it just reminds me of a child and doing paper dolls. But look at how intricate that is. And these are all separate dies. Real easy to put together. I use glue dots to put mine together. No, you weren't. Yeah. So this is another reason to join my Sweet Bee Stampers team because we get together every single month on the first Sunday of the month at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's just a few hours. And if by chance, like July, it's going to be 4th of July weekend, so we're going to bump it to the next weekend. But we share, we celebrate, we stamp, we laugh. Sometimes we even cry. You know, it's just a fun way to get together and make some new friends. And, you know, heck, we've been locked up long enough. So let me get on with the card. So this has a special surprise, and I'm trying to get myself maneuvered. So look at ta-da, which ta-da is a inside joke there. Kathy will get it. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? So it says, happy birthday, wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. So this is one of those ta-da cards. Ta-da! I don't know, you just get like kind of, you know, obsessed with wanting to keep playing with it, right? So isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to do this in one of my lives. Maybe for one of my coffee and a card. And it is not hard. It's just, you know, I'm not a ruler person. I'm not for measurements, but that was super fun. So that was one of them. Now the next one is called an impossible card. So and this is only made with 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock and then some embellishments. 1/4 of a sheet. So where do you see this? Here we go. Ready? It opens like this, and I know it's kind of hard for me to show you, but this was 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock, which was the rose color. And this was designer series paper from Celebration. And Kathy, I got to tell you, you were an enabler. You and Jason are going to go in the enabling room because after using all these dies for these flowers, I had to order them. And it comes in a bundle, but I held myself back and I thought I just was interested in the flowers. But look at that. And here on the back, here's where you can write, But this was just a quarter of a sheet of cardstock. Who knew? Impossible card. Goes flat, but when the person receives it, they can stand it up like this and have it on display on their desk, their mantle, whatever. But real pretty. So those are my shares. Now I believe I am ready to begin. So Kathy, you did a fabulous job. She was so worried, right? She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so worried. I'm this, doing this, that, whatever. So we are just going to use tonight stamps, ink, paper, and I have to keep remembering to go down a little further. Stamps, ink, paper, and a punch. So if you are a punchaholic, this is this bundle that you are going to want to get in your next order. So let's get started. I did a little bit of prep ahead of time. You know me, I do prep ahead of time. So let's just put that off to the side. So I have a piece of garden green cardstock, and this is your standard 8.5 by 11 cut in half, scored at 4 1/4. So it's 5.5 by 4 1/4 when it's folded. And I'm just going to go ahead and flatten that out like that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in a little scrap to keep my paper nice and tidy. Okay, so let's get the stamps out. So this is a really nice stamp set. Thank you for everything. I love the mixture of the fonts. Many thanks from all of us. Little card, big thanks, and life is better with friends like you. So many people we can think of to send this to, right? And it is a red rubber, excuse me, stamp set. So let me get my blocks out. I think this will fit on here. Yes, it does. So I'm just going to go diagonal with this one. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to create a little background, right? Because we're dealing with a limited amount of supplies, but it's simple stamping, okay? And I love simple stamping. So now to do the background, we're going to do a tone-on-tone effect. So you have your choice. You can do garden green to do tone-on-tone. Oh, great. Or if you really want to get your money's worth, which that's what we're all about, a Versamark ink pad. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put that aside, but I will be using that later. And the other color I'm using with this is Bumblebee. Okay, so I'll put those aside. So Versamark, what is it if you don't know? It is a watermark stamp pad. It also can be used for embossing. Hi, Lori, welcome. You missed all the advertisements, all the housekeeping. You're here right at the perfect time for stamping. So now when you do get it, don't be shocked because yours will be nice and clean white. This is well loved. And there is a re-inker for this. It's a little bit of a different ink pad than our standard classic inks in that it is very sticky and it also stays wet a little bit longer than our normal dye-based ink pads so that you can use it for embossing. So you would just stamp on here. It has no color to it. It just makes the watermark effect. So you'll see if I don't hold on to my ink pad, see how sticky that is. And you don't even see anything on here. But it's my favorite for doing embossing. So you can make any color cardstock stamping that you wish, because let me show you how this is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp and see if this was red, if this was black, white, you really wouldn't see, but if this was the garden green, the bumblebee, the you name it, it's going to take on whatever color is the base and just make it a little darker. So I'm just going to stamp on the background. As it dries, it'll get darker. So you can see it's a little bit light. Of course, I have my ceiling fan going, so I'm just going to make myself a little background. So if it's crooked, you know, no one's going to know. And what happens here stays here, kind of like Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, the wedding is coming up. And Michelle was here before. I don't know if she's still here, but we're in the countdown, 2 weeks and counting till the wedding, which we will safely be at home watching. Although I so wished I was going to be able to go, but it just didn't work out that way. But we will be having a party here and celebrating and watching her on TV because it's going to be broadcasted. So I'm just going to clean this. And look, I treated myself to a new chamois. Are you excited? And can you tell I used this for the first time doing this? But if you want it to be nice, keep one side nice. Oh, there she is. She's still here. She's so excited. I know. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. She'll be bon voyage to Vegas. Experiencing Vegas for the first time. So how many of you can give her any words of wisdom as far as traveling to Vegas for the first time? It's an experience. That's about all I can say. But it's fun. Okay, so now I have a piece of cardstock. And this is our basic white. And let me bring in my trimmer because I don't know if I can measure on this. No, I can't. Okay, so this piece is 2.5 by 4. 2.5 by 4. I remember going to Vegas my first time. Well, I'm not going to tell you what all happened because you know what happened there stayed. But before we even got there, it was an experience. On the plane, it was a lot of fun. That was back in the day when, you know, they served food and all that kind of stuff and you didn't have to pay. But it was also back in the day when the stewards and stewardesses were a lot of fun, you know. I'm not saying they're not fun now, but we traveled from Philadelphia and they gave out beads. I remember them serving hot, warm chocolate chip cookies. Oh my gosh, they were so good. So like I said, back in the day when, you know, those things happened. Okay, so we're going to bring in our garden green, but it was fun. So if any of you want the link to watch it, it's going to be in the evening because, you know, there's like three hour time difference. So it'll be 6:30 here. I can send me a message or, you know, shoot me a text or something and I can forward to you the link. So if you want to watch it, we'd love to have you. Who did I miss? Kay, just popping in and say hello. Can't stay long. No worries. Come back later. Okay, so I'm going to take this big stamp. Okay, this big flower stamp. And I'm going to stamp it on this little piece of paper. Stamps, ink, paper, and punch. That's all we need in life, right? There we go. So look how pretty that is. I'm going to stamp it off on my paper here on the side and clean it off. Because I believe I'll be using it again, if I remember. Okay, so we have that. Then, this is going to be for the inside of the card. And let me move that aside. So our inside, we're going to stamp that. And we're going to use the, get another block. We are going to use the Life is Better with Friends Like You. How many of us can say that? So yes, it's going to be very exciting, and I'm going to be here with the boys. So I'm going to have my grandsons for, wow, I want to say about a week. About a week they're going to be here at Grandma's. So I'm looking for some fun things to do. So if anybody knows of anything that is open and that is fun to do, please let me know because I'm sure that they would love it. Okay, so Bumblebee. I'm going to open that up. And we're just going to do a little flower. Yes, a week. A little flower down here. Now, what you can also do is turn it and do a double flower like that. Okay, that just came to me, by the way, FYI. And then let's do a little leaf. Let's do a bigger leaf. I think I cleaned that. If not, I'm going to have inky fingers. So just put a little leaf there and there. So that'll be for our inside. Isn't that cute? So cute. So that's the inside of our card. Let me tuck that away. So now for the flowers. I already did them, but I just want to share with you. So we have the punch, right? I like the way you can add punch paper flowers for the stamp stems. Oh, Okay. Flowers and leaves. So it's going to, once you stamp them, they'll stamp the 2 flowers and the 2 leaves. Now keep in mind, was it last week or the week before I shared with you how to, I think, yeah, last week when I did the strawberries, how to punch out and use it as a template. You can do that. This one I find it's pretty simple. The larger flower goes up and down like a cross, and then the smaller one goes like an X. Okay, so as long as you stick with that. So let me share with you. This is the larger one. So it's going to go up and down like a cross. Okay, and then all you have to do is stick your punch in here, and it pretty much will go no matter which way you stamp it, it's going to work. It's not one of those that has to be a certain way. Just if you want to punch it, the large one is like a cross. So there you go. There's your little flower for that. Now if you want to do, let me take my leaf off of here. If you want to do the small one is going to go like an X. Okay, so the small one is like the letter X. And to do that, that's going to, or you can go sideways. So you can go this way, you can go sideways. It doesn't matter. It's going to punch it out, and it's going to be perfect no matter which way you go. Okay. So there's your small one. Okay, now the leaves are the same thing, the large one and small one. You can do them the exact same way. Okay, so let me just make sure I clean my stamps so that when I go to use them again, I will know that they are. Okay, so what I did ahead of time is I punched out a whole bunch of them. Okay, I have large ones, I have small ones. Let me bring these in. If I could pick them up. Which I'm happy to announce that when I went to therapy on Wednesday, my left hand is doing marvelously. It has improved. The right, however, the numbers are not going up. So, unfortunately, I am right-handed. So that creates a little problem. So we're going to be working a little bit more with the right hand and not forget about the left, but the right hand needs some extra attention. Oh my gosh, I can't pick these up. I need my take your pick tool. Okay, so what we want to do is we are going to take this. I don't know why I did that. And you know, the best thing to use with this is going to be not dimensionals. Oh my goodness, look what happened. My snots went all over. That's what I call these glue dots. They're like snots, you know. So I'm going to take my glue dots and I'm going to do my leaves. And I'm just going to place the leaves over the top. Kind of gives it a little dimension because the dimensionals give it a lot of height. These just kind of lift it up a little bit. And I don't think I use another one of those. I use little ones. So I'm just going to take it right to the roll and pull it off. Not like that. Okay, that one don't want to come. I think that one took the paper with it. All right, let's try that again. That one was the one that I think was stuck to the box. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy. I have to itch my nose. Oh, good thing I'm here myself. I won't get in a fight with anyone. Although I guess I could get in a fight with myself. So I'm just going to place these over the top. And again, stamps, ink, paper, and a punch. I'm looking for a small one. Oh my goodness. Okay, take this here and put that over the top. Okay, here we go. So I know you probably can't like really notice that. In person you can. Can you kind of see it adds a little dimension to it? A little fun. All right, so then we're going to take our flowers and we're going to use our bone folder. And oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. Oh, must be blowing the dust around here in the stamp room. And we're just going to give that a little curl. I'm going to take another large one and give it a curl. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, well, first off, why wouldn't you have a bone folder? You need to get one. Or you could use a pencil or, you know, something that you have at home to use. But when you're getting this bundle, when you're ordering this bundle, throw in a bone folder too, because it helps so many things. Okay, so two of those. I need 2 more little flowers. You can mix and match them too. You can put, let's do that. Yes, let's. Shall we? So we can mix and match them. Get in a fight or kiss the fool. Well, probably my animals. Probably Roar would be the one that would probably, I would be kissing a fool, but I don't think she's a fool. My Dory, she's not a fool, although she left me a nice hairball today. I don't want to talk about it. And I said to her, why couldn't you just do that on the floor? Like, why? You know, do you have to do that on the cedar chest? Okay, so we're going to build our flowers. And I know you're saying, but there's green there. Well, we're going to not see that green by the time we're done. So we'll take a little flower and a big flower. And put that right over the top. I'm going to turn it a little bit because I was seeing some green. The only way I want to see green is if I win the lottery. And we're going to do the little ones. Put them here. And speaking of which, guess who just popped in the room? And right into the cat bed. Would someone please tell her that that is a cat bed and not a dog bed? Oh, I'll tell you. Okay, so let's take this one and put that one there. So I'm really excited about next week with the pastels. Oh my gosh. I will definitely share with you. I will not share ahead of time because I'm really excited what we're doing at the class. But of course, excited about next week too, because I already know in my mind, in my head, I know how it's going to work. But you know what happens with that? Sometimes not always. So there is our little flowers. Oops. And I know you're saying, yeah, well, you're going to mail that and they're going to get smooshed. Yeah, but now, being, you know, this is only a hashtag simple stamping. We are not going to be adding any embellishments to that. So we are going to keep it simple stamping. So this is going to go here. So let's go ahead and get our glue out. Here's our inside. My cat took over the dog bed too. Oh, really? Yeah, I know. Oh no, she left now. Oh, she decided to lay on the hardwood floor. I have my AC on up here, which the unit is in my bedroom, but well, my house is little. And I have a fan. So she is laying where the fan is blowing the cool air in. So she's not so dumb. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm saying she's dumb. But she's not, because she decided the cat bed was too hot. The hardwood floor is much cooler. So she's a smart cookie. Oh, I shouldn't say that word either, because right away she'll be like, what? Okay, so there's our cute little card. Now, what I also did is I stamped the thank you for everything, or little card big thanks. And I already stamped these. These are all those little tiny pieces that you have left over. Oh my gosh, this nose. And, you know, just stamped a whole bunch of them. While I was stamping one, why not stamp them all? And then you're done. Stick them in your card case. Case that your card comes in, and then you know you could do them in a memento, so it would be in black, and black goes with everything. Or in this case, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna do them in green. So, have I told you that I moved my room around? Well, I know last time I moved my room around. Well, the other day I wanted to do yard work, but darn, I couldn't do it because the weather wasn't cooperating because it was storming. So I'm like, I didn't like the way I moved my room around last time. So I decided to move the desk. So the two desks are next to each other. And I had it like this once before. But I'm one of those crazy people that likes to move things around. And my house, the rooms are so small, you don't really have a heck of a lot of choice into where you are moving things, but it gives a different look. And I really like this. So now I'm facing out the other window. So I'm seeing people going down the main street as they're coming. So I can see them going down the main street, and I can see them coming down my street as well. So it's kind of nice. I'm like sitting in the window here. But when the sun comes in later in the day, it sets in the back here, because this room's in the back of the house. So the sun kind of goes toward where my embroidery machine goes, and it doesn't interfere with me over here. So that's good. Okay, so where do I put this? Oh my gosh, this nose. I'm going to put it right there with my dimensionals. And I didn't even tell you that because I was busy. So there you go. There is our card. Thank you for everything. Life is better with friends like you. So isn't that fun? Now, where did I get this card from? I'll let that up to you as to where the design came from. Not my design. I used to do that when I was younger, but now I think about it and don't. You mean moving the furniture around? So here are the two cards. So don't go away because, and here's the other one. This one I just used to cut out flowers on the inside because you know I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the cards I make. So that is one card for tonight. So, ta-da! Oh my gosh, that was just too funny. I see these birds flying around. I'm like, this is good. I like being in the window. Except at night, I feel like I'm on display. But whatever. I'm in the spotlight, right? Okay, so let me tidy this up. And I'm going to bring in my next card. Okay, so, of course, you know, what is my favorite color? Polished pink, although I'm still a purple girl. I still like purple. The Gorgeous Grape is my favorite, but I think the Gorgeous Grape, hold on a second, hold the phone. I think Gorgeous Grape, look at these colors together. Oh my goodness. See, sometimes when I talk aloud, Gorgeous Grape, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. Look at them colors together. Well, Grape, we'll have to put you away for another time. So these are the colors I'm using for this card. We're using the Soft Succulent and the Polished Pink. So we're going to be polished tonight. Be prim and polished. Do it. Great combo. Yes. Of course, you know, because they're my favorite colors. So, you know, I used my Polished Pink cardstock so much, I had to order another pack. Well, actually, I had 2 packs. 2 of the variety packs, you know, where you can get all the colors together. And then I had ordered like 1 pack where it was like, you know, the whole pack of just that color. Well, I just had to order another one. Okay, so this is the hot dog fold for this one. If you don't know what that is, this is lengthwise. So it's cut at 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. And so you get 2 cards out of a piece of cardstock with Stampin' Up! Paper. Believe that or not. So see my bone folder? See, that comes in handy. There we go. Then I am going to share with you some really fun paper. Look at this DSP. Look at this. Can you look at that? Would you look at that? Look at the back. And you're thinking, what suite is that from? I don't recognize that. Well, it's actually a host item. So this is Pattern Party Designer Series paper, and it's a host item. So when you host a workshop and you get host benefits, you can choose normally just stamp sets, but Stampin' Up! Decided that they were going to do some DSP, and this is a huge, can you say huge, pack of paper. Let me see if it tells me. I'm sure it does. 48 sheets of double-sided cardstock. So the one side has the colors. Let me try to see if I can do this. Look at the buffalo check. Oh, I so miss my buffalo check. So here was the paper that I use. I cut it at 4 by 5 and no, this one was cut. Normally I cut it at 4. Okay, so then you could get like 2 out of each thing. But this one was cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So look at the other side. So that's the great thing about this paper, is one side is a print, the other side is black and white. So, oh my gosh. But I don't know. Let me try to see if I can flim through this. And I think you get 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Oh my gosh. So normally you only get 2 of each. You get 4 of each. So look at the back of that one. Look at this paper. And you know what? It smells pretty darn good. Those of you that are sniffers, paper sniffers, raise your hand. Look at the back of that one. It has just the dots on it. But look at that. Oh my gosh. That, I think, is Flirty Flamingo. So let me just thumb through this so you can see it. So this is a host item only. This reminds me of a leopard print, but it, you know, with the pink tones. Look at that with the leaves. You can color these in. You can take your sponges and sponge over them. You could color them with your pastels. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Paper piecing. Yes, please. Look at the stripes. Oh my gosh, the hearts. Oh, now she's back in the bed. Can't make up her mind. Typical woman. And here's black with white polka dots. Silly paper sniffer. Oh, come on. You know you do it too. I admit that I do it. Some people won't admit. And here's that one with the flowers. And this reminds me of like a kaleidoscope kind of thing. And here we have like some circles. So isn't that a fun paper pack? Oh my goodness. You need to get that. And whatever I don't use, even if it's the slightest little piece like this, I tuck it back in there. And I got these things from Amazon that I keep my paper in because, you know, I try to be organized. Oh, yeah, ask me how that's working. Okay, so that's where this paper came from. Of course, I had to layer it on a piece of basic black, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So look at that. I mean, right there. You don't even need any stamps, right? You don't even need any ink. Just right there, you know, but okay, you know we're not going to stop there. Okay, so I have a piece of basic white for my inside. And then I have this piece, which, let me bring that little paper trimmer in again. This is cut at, a little bit less than 3. That's my measurement. And a little bit less than 4. So you could do 3 by 4, but I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so let's see. So I have that little strip left over. See how it has the flowers? That's going to go right here for my inside. Like, hello. That's what you use all these little pieces for. If you have the corner pieces, you can stick in the corners. Just a way to decorate the inside. And I'm just going to put this along the bottom. Just to give you a little, oh wow, look at, there's even a party on the inside, right? Okay, so that'll be my inside. And where am I going to put that? I'm going to put it over here, so in case I can't think of where I put it. All right. So let's do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to bring back in the flower. Now, my original design, I stamped it like I did the other one. But let me show you what else you can do. Let me make sure that's not the right color. Okay, I'm going to bring in, so not only do we have fabulous cardstock, coordinating ink, we also have Stampin' Write markers and our Stampin' blends. So poor Stampin' Write markers, ever since Stampin' blends came into play, these poor little markers are forgotten about. So I thought, let me show you something to do with them. Another reason why you need to add them to your collection. So notice how nice all of these coordinate together. So rather than just taking the green and then trying to do the pink on the flowers, let's do this. So these markers have, just like our Stampin' blends, 2 tips on them. And you'll notice one is a thicker line, the other is thinner. So the thicker line is the brush tip, the thinner one is the writing tip. And I mean, that is super fine. I don't ever hardly use that. I'm more of the marker tip. So nice marker edge. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to color on our stamp. And I'm using the side, oop, I didn't mean to do that. Just wipe it off. I'm using the side of the marker, and I'm just going over. And how many of us have forgotten about doing this technique? I believe it's called marker to stamp. I don't know if it really has a technical terminology, but throwing in a little technique here. So if you don't have the ink pad, and this is just like our inks, same thing but in a marker format. So technically we're still doing stamps, ink, and paper. We're just using a marker. So just cover that over as best you can. Then we're going to go with the polished pink, and we're going to color our flowers. Now this is where you can become creative because you can use all different colors. You can add a few extra sponging colors on the top of it. You know, you can do a lot of things with this. And you can see where your ink is. Now you do not want to do this with your Stampin' blends. They are alcohol markers and they dry too quickly and they're just not good to do. So we're going to huff on this. I know, sniffing and huffing tonight. That's going to re-moisten the ink. Ooh, and I just put my finger in it, so we'll see what happens. Did I? Oh, no. And... oh, look at that. Now, is that not amazing? Right? It is. Okay. Let me clean that off. So I'm going to show you there's that you can do. Or you can do it a different way. Clean that off. Off. I don't know why I say it that way. Off. Let me clean it off. Like as though I'm from Boston, which I'm not. I am from Pennsylvania. So here's the other way to do it. Okay. You could do this with the green. And I'm kind of going at a little bit of an angle. Ta-da! Thank you. So there's the green. Alrighty. Well, that's going to take a little extra scrub in there. So then we're going to take my scrubby. And you know what? I think next week I'm going to bring out, speaking of scrubby, the Stampin' Scrub. That is so forgotten about now that the chamois has come to town. So I don't like any of my stamping supplies to feel left out at all. So anyhow. Okay, so here we have our two designs. So now what we're going to do, we're pretty much going to do like we did before. But this time, I need another piece of paper. Oh, I need another piece of paper. Can you imagine that? Let's go in our scrap bag. Look, what was I doing with that? Okay, we don't need those. Oh, look at that. Huh. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, let's move those aside. And I think I'm done with the green. Yes, I am. Okay, so let's go with our Polish pink. We're going to bring our stamp in. Now, all we really want are these top flowers. So you just look at it that way. Stamp it that way. Okay. And then you could probably even do, you know, a couple more there. All right, good. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's close this up before a disaster happens. Alrighty. Now, all we're going to do with this is, you know, those of us that love to fussy cut, raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you like to fussy cut, all you're going to do with this is just take your paper snips. Now, leave yourself a little bit of a white border. Keep your scissors straight and turn your paper and just go around. By leaving that little white border, it kind of fools the eye and makes it look like your cutting is pristine, which we know that it's not. But what happens here stays here. So yes, our cutting is pristine. Okay, so there we have a little flower. Now that little one got cut off, so I'm sorry I can't use you. You've been cut off. All right, I can use this one though. So again, this is something fun. I enjoy fussy cutting. Although I do love our dies and our punches, but sometimes you just don't have it. And you just have to fussy cut, right? Okay. I'm not going to make you watch me cut all these out because you know I did it ahead of time. So let's go ahead and bring in our little images here, and hopefully I have enough of them. I don't know. We will see. All right. Anybody see? Oh, there's my glue dots. So for this one, you know what? Let's not use glue dots. Rewind. Let's use our little itsy bitsy teeny weeny little tiny dimensionals. And we're going to put them on the back of our leaves. So this card is going to have more dimension. So these are little leaves. Little leaves, little leaves. Oh, bye, Kay. Come back, watch the replay. Check out my YouTube video. It'll be posted on YouTube tonight when I'm done here. We don't have many here tonight. I wonder, what is everyone doing? What are they doing in their houses? If Michelle's here, she'll laugh at that. I always wonder, does anybody do that? Anybody wonder, what do people be doing in their houses? Or is that just like me, that I need therapy or something? Okay, do that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your little flowers and put that over the top. Now, if you did this one with the green and you didn't want to do any of that fussy, then you would go ahead, you'd probably use the larger dimensionals on the back of here. Good night for ice cream. Who's going for ice cream? For this one, you can just put that right over the top. And look at that. Ta-da! That's going to be my new thing now. It's just something we did at the meeting on Sunday, and it was funny. All right. So here, you can just do it this way, and nobody's going to know, right? So let's do that. And if a little bit of green shows through, that's okay. Because, you know, flowers are not perfect, right? They are not. So I hope everyone is enjoying if you're in my area anyhow, the stoppage of rain. And hopefully looking forward to the cooler temperatures where we can open our windows again. That's what I'm excited about tonight, being able to open my windows. I just don't know what time it's going to come, but they did say it'll be good sleeping weather, so I guess that's kind of hanging off. I guess it depends on what time you go to bed. Go, leave it in there. Now I can still see it. Okay. All right. Goodbye, dimensional. Let's try another one. Move it over a little bit more. That's the one thing about these dimensionals. Once you stick it on, you really can't peel it off and move it to another spot. You just gotta peel it off and ditch it and just use a new one. You don't want it falling off in the mail either. Okay. Come on. There we go. Get on there. Get. Okay, so this one I'll put aside. I'll make another card out of that one. Nothing ever goes to waste here. Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze now. I'm like a hot mess here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I sneezed in my elbow. Don't worry, I didn't spit on your card. You had the windows open all day? Nice breeze now? Oh, well, when I'm done here, I'll go out with the dog and I'll let you know if that is true. Thank you. Although you're out in the back mountain area, so, you know, here in the city, we might not have that luxury of being able, ooh, that bird just like flew right by the window, the luxury of opening up our windows. Although if it's nice like that, maybe I'll head out and cut the grass when I'm done here, and then I could just take a shower and just be exhausted for the rest of the night and be done. Maybe I will. We'll see. Okay, so there we go with that. Let's bring in our little card. And look at this was from when I did those print-offs, you know, from the free printable things. Oh, you all know what I mean. But these were the other languages that I couldn't read. So I just reuse my cardstock. Who's going to know, right? It's so busy on this street. You would think for a dead-end street, there's so much traffic. When you sit in the window, you find all that out. Okay, so now we want to do a little saying. We're going to do something a little different. These are from the many messages, and then there's that other new one. If anyone remembers that, let me know. So what I do is I just, you know, you stamp it, and then you use one die, and it cuts them all out. So we have 2 different stamp sets with that. And I just, you know, just went to town. Your kindness means more than you could ever imagine, but I don't think that's going to fit. No, it's going to, that has a little Dunlap hangover. So I'm looking for something with the black. Hoping your day is full of love, laughter, and joy. You know, you can always do it this way, right? Huh. What do you think of that? Let me know. What do you think of it that way while I still keep digging? So happy to hear of your exciting news. Congratulations. Could do that. There's just so many great sayings. Here's just a little hooray. It's your birthday. Hooray. It's your birthday. You always use a birthday card. Look at this cute one. Thank you ever so much. What does this one say? Wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. Now that you can use on the inside. If you did, hooray, it's your birthday. What else do we got? Just a card to say hello. Oh, no, that is cute. Could double up on that. Okay, let's do that. Just a card to say hello. So what am I going to do with this? Because, you know, you got that going on. So here's what you're going to do is you're going to take your dimensional, peel off, take your dimensional, peel off, take your glue, a little bit of glue, a little bit goes a long way with that. And because this is already dimensionalized, how about that word, we're going to double up on that one. And I guess we have to put another one on that one. And put one on there. And can you see that? That's good. Okay. Maybe I don't need to double up on that. Hold on. Why did I think I did? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to do it on one. Hold on. I'm going to take all that back. And see, these will come up real easy. My gosh, there goes another card on the street. Just put one dimensional and a little bit of glue. You don't have to double up. But you can if you want to. So this is just going to raise up the left-hand side because that's raised up. We're just going to stick that right over there. And there we go. That's better. Okay. Did I put my inside in there? No, I didn't. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Because it's just a card to say hello, I'm going to leave lots of room for you to say hello when you get this. Okay? All right. So here's my inside. Now, if you wanted to zhuzh this up more, you can. But again, we're going with the simple stamping. Okay, there's our inside. So there you go. Just a card to say hello, and it looks crooked. Everything I do always looks crooked. So isn't that pretty? Simple, simple. So here was my original one, and I used the thinking of you with sympathy and prayer, because how many times do we need a little sympathy card? And then it's the inside, it's just plain. You can always stamp something on there. So that is those cards. Aren't they fun? Okay, so I have a few to share. So when I created this card, I thought, you know what, this is fun. This is fun. Oh, let me show you this one. This was a swap card. I'll probably take it out of the envelope now. I got one of my own swap cards back. And I still have to do a video on my swaps that I did, because I got them all back. So this was one I used for my swap card. Little card, big thanks. Why can't I open it? Okay. Isn't that pretty? Just using the paper, designer series paper, and this is from the Pansies. And look at the embellishments on there. And then here's the inside for that, and I used a little piece of the paper in there. So that was my swap card sample. And with this, I just used the cardstock and just stamped with black on the cardstock. And then for this, I just colored it in with the markers. Little card, big thanks. Like that one. Okay. So going off on this paper with these colors, I thought, you know what? I love these colors. So let's do some more simple stamping, right? So here was what I came up with. So do you see where this is all coming into play with this paper? And there's those flowers. And again, very simple stamping. Blah. Card base, basic white, stamped on scrap pieces, punch them out, and the inside, a little strip of that pink. Oh, I'll tell you, polished pink. But look at those bright colors with that. And I will post all of these cards on Facebook when I'm done so you could see. So buffalo check, I just can't get away from it. So I just took the buffalo check, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, and just cut it at a diagonal. So that's, I don't know if you noticed, but rainbow flowers, yes. So I have another piece to do another card with, and just did those flowers. So I'm working on the same kind of color scheme, and then the inside I had to put a flower on each corner. So just stamps, ink, paper, and a punch. So then of course I'm like, okay, well now I'm going to get real creative. So I'm going to use strips. And thank you for everything. So 1 thanks is never enough, so you always have to do 2 thanks. Thank you for everything. And then the inside, just did that. So then when I was done, I had all these strips left because I was like, what am I doing with all those strips? So here's what I did. I just took the strips and I glued one on top of another. And just this little piece of basic black was left from something else. And just did a little bit of layering with all those strips. And the inside, a little flower with another strip. So all those little scraps that you have, all those little strips and everything, you know, make a card out of it. And it's just your basic white card on the bottom. So there we go. Stamps, ink, paper. Who knew, right? Let's bring in the other 2. Okay. But I really love the bright colors, I have to tell you. I love the bright colors. So there we go. So let's see, which was the one? Okay, so this was the giveaway. And which one? I did this one. So I have 2 cards to give away. And these I will take pictures of them all. So hopefully it will inspire you to get out your stamps, ink, paper, and punch. And be creative. Now where are my numbers? Oh, and I wanted to share with you. Those of you that don't know what Wink of Stella is. This is Wink of Stella. And this is how she comes. All packaged up real nice, and it's called Wink of Stella brush. So let me show you something with this, because in the event you get one and you're like, it's not working, although there are directions in here, but who reads directions, right? Okay, so when she comes, oh, there's nothing like a new Wink of Stella. So you'll be like, okay, well, it's not working. I'm squeezing, it's not working. The reason being is there's this little black disc in here. Unscrew your top, take that out. I don't know, do something crafty with that. Squeeze this back on, turn this back on, and then it'll tell you here on the side. You can, I don't know if you can see, but if you hold it up to the light, you can see the liquid in there. Put your cap on and shake it. You hear that? There's like a little ball or something in there. Shake it up, and here on the side it will tell you push. So all you're going to do, you know, have a scrap piece and push, and then it's going to flow. You'll see it flow through the chamber and come right out on the end. But oh my gosh. And you know what? I think they redesigned from my last ones. Here's my last ones. Look how well loved they are. So this one has a clear cover on it. Huh, interesting. Wink of Stella brush, and it's made by Zig, so it's not a Stampin' Up! Made product, but we love Stella. So Stella on all these cards would do a lot. But I'm not going to do that tonight because we're simple, simple, simple. And it's okay to be simple. All right, so beforehand, I pre-selected 2 numbers. So the first one will be for this card here, between 1 and 10. Pick a number, and the first person I see that comes up with the number pre-selected will win this first card. I love Stella too, and you know what? We were laughing on Sunday because I said, well, you know, I couldn't just order 1 Stella. I had to order 2, you know. Okay, so between a number 1 and 10, the first one that I see, 9, 5, nope, keep guessing. 9, 5, and hopefully we'll just have, well, how many people are only here? 2 of you? 8. Is it just you 2 guys here? 1. Everybody else left? Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. 1. No. Well, it's only you 2 guys here, and there's 2 cards. So that kind of makes it easy. 6. Mary. Okay. Mary, you win this card. So by default, Kathy, you'll win the other one because I only see 2 of you here. Everybody left. This one will be for Mary. So Mary, I will get that to you tomorrow in the mail. Look at that cute little beach umbrella. Oh my goodness, can you just die? I found this when I was cleaning. Okay. And then Kathy, where did I do the other one? Oh, Kathy. This one will go for you. You are number 2. I think you put 2 in there somewhere. So Kathy. And the rest that left us, well, I don't know. Maybe they were disappointed in my presentation. I don't know, but you guys lucked out because you both win the cards. So thanks so much. I don't think I've been too long on here. No, a little bit over 8. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will post pictures. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. Enjoy the cooler temperatures because they are coming. No, I don't think Mary signed up for it, Kathy. There's 4 of us that will be here. All right, everyone. Have a good weekend, and we will see you next week with Technique Thursday with pastels. So be sure to join me here. Have a good weekend and a good night. Thank you, everybody. Save the postage. You'll get it next week. Nah, you want to get Happy Mail. I'm mailing it because Happy Mail is fun. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.